Did you know your iPhone wallpaper can change every single time you tap your phone's screen? Maybe you've had the same boring wallpaper for years, or maybe your home screen is just full of app icons with no real order to them. I'm going to show you 10 simple tips that you can do right now. Before we change anything on your phone, let's get some wallpapers ready. If you already have some photos on your phone that you'd like to use, like some family photos, some holiday snaps, or your dog, those are perfect. Open the Photos app. From the Collections view, tap Albums, then just tap the plus icon in the top right corner. Tap New Album, call it something like Wallpapers, and add photos you want to use. Having them all in one place makes everything else so much easier. If you want to try something that isn't a personal photo, Pinterest or Pixels are both great places to look, and both are free to use. You can access them in Safari or download the apps. Pinterest requires you to create a free account to browse, while Pixels you can use straight away without signing up. When searching, try something like iPhone wallpaper and add the style you like. Pinterest has a wide mix of illustrations, patterns, and photos, while Pixels is purely for photography, so it just depends on the style you prefer. In Pinterest, tap the image you want, then tap the 3 dots to save it to your Photos app. In the Pixels app, tap Download, select a size, and tap Download Image. Once you've saved everything you want to use, add them all to your Wallpapers album. And if you change your mind about any of them, just long press the image in the album and tap Remove from Album. Your lock screen is the first thing you see when you wake up your iPhone, so let's make it something you actually love. We're going to start simple with just one photo so you can see how easy it is to set up. Press and hold your lock screen. Just keep your finger on it for a moment until the edit view appears. You may have to enter your password to unlock your phone. Then tap the plus icon to create a new lock screen. Tap Photos. Find a wallpaper from the album you just made. You can pinch with 2 fingers to zoom in and drag it to position it exactly how you want. And tap Add. Then tap Set as Wallpaper Pair, so your home screen matches your lock screen. Now let's move on to creating a Photo Shuffle lock screen. This is especially lovely if you use family photos because your favorite memories will cycle through every day. Press and hold your lock screen, tap the plus icon to create a new one, and this time tap Photo Shuffle at the top. You can also choose how often you like it to shuffle, on tap, on lock, hourly, or daily. When you select Photos manually and choose your wallpapers from the album, it lets you resize and reposition each photo individually. Just pinch and drag to adjust each one until you're happy with how it sits. You can also come back to the 3-dot menu at any time to change your shuffle frequency. One thing worth knowing, if you're using a photo shuffle, you may have noticed that the clock style automatically changed to suit each photo. But you can also customize the clock size individually for each image if you'd like more control over how it looks. When you're setting up your lock screen, tap the clock. You can choose between a glass style or a solid style for the time. You can also adjust how transparent the glass effect is if you decide to choose that style. Across the top, you'll see different font options. Just tap through them and see which one you like. The first font also lets you resize the clock by dragging the corner, which is a nice touch if you prefer to see a bigger time. Then tap the color circles to try different colors. If you scroll all the way to the right, you'll be able to access the color wheel with even more color options. If you tap the eyedropper tool, your clock will change to match that color. However, I prefer the white clock as it works with all my wallpapers. You can also tap the 3 dots to turn off the depth effect if you prefer the clock to sit in front of the photo. You'll notice the text area just above the clock and a blank space just below it. Tap either of those areas to add widgets. You'll see a list of widgets from your apps. I find that the weather app, reminders, and calendar app have really nice widgets, as well as the fitness widget and the Facebook birthdays widget. Think about the information you want to see on your phone before you even unlock it. You can also replace or remove the camera and flashlight icons at the bottom of the screen. Tap the minus icon, then tap the plus button to choose a replacement from the scrolling menu of options. When you're happy, tap Add. Then tap Set as Wallpaper Pair, or you can tap Customize Home Screen if you'd rather choose something different, like a solid color, a gradient, a blur effect, then tap Done. If you've built up a few lock screens over time and it's getting a bit cluttered, this is really easy to sort. Swipe up on any lock screen you want to remove, tap it to delete. Press and hold your home screen until it starts to wiggle. Then tap Edit and tap Customize. You'll see 4 options. Default is the standard look you're probably used to. Dark switches all your icons to darker versions. Clear makes them more transparent. And Tinted applies a color across all your icons. When you first select it, your phone will automatically pick a color that matches your current wallpaper, and you can use the sliders to adjust the shade you want to use. Now, if you want to change your home screen wallpaper, just enter the Edit mode, tap Edit Wallpaper. So in this case, I decided to unblur the wallpaper. So now I can tap the eyedropper tool to select a color directly from the wallpaper. Personally, I use the clear option as it works nicely with all my wallpapers. But if your wallpapers tend to fall within a similar color range, then the tinted option might be a really great choice because everything will match nicely. You can also choose between large and small icons using the square icons at the top right of that menu. Larger icons have no text underneath them, so they work best if you know your app icons really well. One last thing you might notice. Apple automatically applies a dark tint to the home screen wallpaper to help your app icons stand out more clearly. If you prefer it without the effect, you'll see a sun icon. Just tap it to toggle the dark tint off. Press and hold a blank space until everything starts to wiggle. Now you can drag apps wherever you like. If there are any apps you don't use often but want to keep, tap the minus icon in the top left of an app and choose Remove from Home Screen. The apps will stay on your iPhone, they just won't be cluttering your home screen. You can always find them by swiping left to your app library. Here's a time-saving trick. Hold one app, then with another finger tap on other apps you want to move at the same time. You can also add widgets to your home screen to make it useful throughout the day. Search for the app you want and choose the widget size that works for your layout. I like having a reminders widget on my home screen so I can see my daily tasks at a glance without even opening the app. A notes widget linked to a specific note or a note folder is really useful too. To create a folder, simply drag one app on top of another. Your iPhone will group them together and suggest a name. Tap the name to change it to whatever makes sense to you. So, for example, you might put Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook into a folder called Social. Or perhaps group your health and fitness apps together. Sometimes it's a little tricky to add an app into a folder if there are other app icons next to it and it jumps around. So drag the folder further away and then add apps to it. You can also put a folder in your dock, that way your most used apps are always easy to find. Swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. This is your control center. It's where things like your flashlight, Wi-Fi, and your screen brightness settings can be accessed. Press and hold down on a blank area to enter edit mode. To remove something you never use, tap the minus button on it. To add something new, tap the Add a Control button and scroll through the options. Choose the tools you need easy access to every day. And to rearrange everything, press and hold any control and drag it where you want it. You can also make a larger control by dragging the bottom right corner of it. Tap anywhere outside the controls to exit the edit mode. Having your most useful shortcuts one swipe away is one of those small changes that makes your phone a lot easier to use every single day. Save the new images to your Photos app first. Then open your Photos app, go to Albums, and find your Wallpapers album. Tap the three dots in the top right corner, tap Add Photos, and select the new ones you want to include. Press and hold your lock screen to go back into the edit mode. Tap Customize under the lock screen you want to edit. Then tap the small photo icon and tap Choose Photos, tap Add Photos, Collections, select your Wallpaper album and select the new images. Then tap the blue tick, tap it again, go ahead and make any adjustments to the images, then tap Done. Now the new images will be a part of your Photo Shuffle lock screen. And those are your 10 tips, plus a bonus one. Let me know in the comments how you get on. If anything wasn't clear or you get stuck somewhere, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help.